Okay, now let me introduce you to the Vice President of the Board, the Señor Tony Molina, who will give you a brief history of the monument and how we're here today. Tony.
Thank you, muchas gracias Vanessa, gracias a todos ustedes por estar con nosotros. Es un honor para nosotros tenerlos aquí representando a nuestra comunidad boricua. Thank you for being here with us. I'm going to be brief, but first of all, I want to thank God for such a beautiful day that He gave us today to honor the Puerto Rican veterans. Thank you, God. Like que siempre damos gracias a nuestro Señor. Very briefly, in 1998, the Joiner Center, Jaime Rodriguez, invited us to go to Washington to make presentations regarding veterans. I remember we were there, we planted a tree in Washington, remembering Puerto Rican veterans, remembering the 65th Infantry Regiment. We came back in 1999. A group of us got together and decided to erect the first ever monument for the 65th Infantry Regiment. We did it in Boston. I must say, thanks to our good mayor, Thomas Menino, who said, whatever you guys need to do it. We have the blessing of the city of Boston, and we did. The first plaque to a 65th Infantry Regiment was erected here in Boston. In 2006, we got together and the Puerto Rican Veterans Monument Square Association started talking about doing a monument for all Puerto Rican veterans. In 2009, under the leadership of Jaime Rodriguez, our president, who's somewhere around here, I hope, we organized and incorporated the Puerto Rican Veterans Monument Association. We've been fundraising since then. We have, thanks to, I think, Isaias Sepulveda mentioned, the good governor of Massachusetts, a dear friend, Tomas Menino, Stewart Health, LULAC, Red Sox Foundation, and so many others that donated to us to make this a reality. I would be amiss if I didn't make one mention. In 1999, when we were building the monument, we needed $6,000. Today we need $400,000. It was a little bit cheaper back then. But I have a friend, and I hope, yes, I see him. Goya Foods, my friend, my dear friend, Rafael Toro. The first $1,000 that were given to the monument for the 65th Infantry Regiment. Thank you, Rafael. Thank you very much. Malpa India from Puerto Rico and Café Yaucono. They are the donors and sponsors of that 65th Infantry Regiment. Like Isaiah said, we're still about $50,000 short. Bob Shore, you have deepest appreciation, because like he said, Bob has never, not once, has come up to us and said, the money has to be there in order for us to build a monument. He came, he says the monument will be built, then we'll deal with whatever is left over. So thank you, Bob Shore from Skylight Productions. Thank you, Mayor Menino. Thank you, our good governor. Thank you all who have made this possible. I think that everything that needs to be said has been said. I was just telling our mayor that how interesting, month of November, Veterans Day, Puerto Rico was not discovered, but Columbus arrived in Puerto Rico. 520 years ago. Thanksgiving. And yesterday I was thinking, in 1963, I was in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, when our President John F. Kennedy was murdered. 50 years after, here we are, unveiling the first monument ever in the city of Boston. We make history all over again. And I just want to say, only two defining forces have ever offered to die for you. Jesus Christ and the American GI. One died for your soul, the other for your freedom. If you're enjoying your freedom today, Please, thank you, veteran. Thank you.
Okay, now I have the pleasure to introduce a guest that I'm sure all of you will be very happy to hear from. I want to introduce you to our new mayor-elect, Martin.
Thank you very much. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here to say a few words. I want to first of all thank all the veterans that are here. I know you were thanked a couple times today, but veterans can never be thanked enough for your service. And Tony said it perfectly. You fight for our freedom, and you fight for the opportunity for myself and the mayor and other people to be able to run for office in this country. And I want to thank you, and I want to thank all the active servicemen and women that are overseas today. They deserve another round of applause. Just for I also want to congratulate the Puerto Rican Veterans Monument Association. This is a very special day in the city of Boston, and I want to thank you for all of your great work and the members of the committee. And we'll figure out the $50,000. The mayor just whispered that in my ear, so. Good luck, pal. Figure it out. But you know, there's just two people that I really want to, and I really, you know, Jeffrey Sanchez, my colleague at the State House, reminded me that we were able to. He was actually able to get $100,000, and I was fortunate enough to be able to support that money, which I'm not going to take the credit for it, but you have a very dear friend in State Representative Jeffrey Sanchez who was able to get money. But the guy to my right, your left, he's a special man. He has done so many firsts in the city of Boston, and today I'm just honored to be standing here with the mayor of Boston to be able to understand exactly what it is he means to the city. And he means so much to the city and so many different people and organizations and groups and neighborhoods. And I'm honored to be here. And we've had a couple meetings. And the mayor said to me in both of the meetings, he said, you know, you can do a lot of great things as mayor of the city of Boston, and it's the greatest job you're ever going to have. He says, but never forget the neighborhoods. Never forget the people in the neighborhoods. And I've watched Mayor Menino over 20 years do his job, and I'm just honored to be standing here with him today. You know, he's just such a special man. I want to thank Mayor Menino for all he's done. And just to let you know, everything that you need for this monument, I will make sure that we do it to take care of it because of the work that Mayor Menino has done.
But he also sent someone who's very special, who is the Commissioner and Secretary for Veterans Affairs for the state of Massachusetts, Coleman. So please give it a round of applause and let's hear from him. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. Thank you to Mayor Menino, sir. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to our veterans, Mayor-elect Walsh. Thank you to all the elected officials. It is an honor to be here today. When we dedicate beautiful memorials like this, we honor our veterans. But we honor our veterans even more so when we ensure that we never forget the sacrifices of those that have given their lives, including those Puerto Rican veterans who have given their lives for this nation, and taking care of those men and women who come back here for military service. Their commitment starts at my shop with the governor's and his leadership. It starts at the city of Boston under the outstanding leadership of Mayor Menino. It flows through to our Vet Service Officer, Francisco Urena, and all of the members of the Department of Veteran Services that are here today, including our very own Pedro Santiago. Thank you, Pedro, so much. So many men and women from Puerto Rico have served this nation, as the mayor said, from the Revolutionary War. We know in the Korean War their valor was specifically exemplified by the number of engagements they were in and medals they received. And we also know one of the things I particularly love about this monument is it honors our proud women veterans. Yes. Over 200 women veterans served in World War II. Over 200 women veterans served in World War II in the Women Army Corps from Puerto Rico. In Operation Iraqi Freedom, they were the first 3 Puerto Rican women veterans to die in a foreign combat. combat zone. The pride and immense patriotism that Puerto Rican veterans have shown this nation was summed up specifically by their commanding officer of the Buccaneers in the Korean War, Lieutenant Colonel William W. Harris, who said, "No ethnic group has greater pride in itself and in its heritage than the Puerto Rican people. Nor have I encountered any that can be more dedicated and zealous of their support of the democratic principles for which the United States stands. Many Puerto Rican veterans have fought to the death to uphold them." Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to be here today. Dios bendiga, Dios Estados Unidos, and Dios bendiga Puerto Rico. Thank you.